Hello, my beautiful beings. So, today I want to talk to you guys about why I do the things in my morning routine, which that was my last video. And it's like, okay, but you need to let people know why you're doing this and why I feel like it's so important. So, for me, growing up, you guys kind of know how I grew up and how I felt mentally, but physically, for my skin, I have eczema and I've had it my whole life. And over the years, it just got worse and worse and worse and worse. And it got so bad to the point of like, okay, well, okay, so before that part, I'll tell you guys, it got really bad. I started going to the doctors and going to dermatologists and like looking for answers. Like, please, like, there has to be an answer out there. Doctors definitely got to help me. Like, I need to get put on some pills. I need some medicine. Like, I can't handle this anymore. Like, I'm constantly like just scratching non-stop, like itchy, like scratching to the point where I like rip my skin off. I'm bleeding. It's open flesh that turns into a scab and then turns to a scar. And then I'm completely unhappy already. And then with all of the skin issues on top of it, it was like depression. Like, oh, like I'm the face of it. Like, you look it up in the dictionary and I'm just right there. Like, yep, that's me. So I'm going to the doctors and I'm going to a dermatologist, and they put me on some pills and antibiotics, and they help for a little bit. I start getting ointments, and a lot of the ointments and the creams that these dermatologists give you have steroids in it, and it makes the problem worse. And it tricks you because if you don't know any better, like I didn't, like it's getting better, and then you're like, okay, well, it's getting better, so it's like it's working, and then all of a sudden it's like, what the hell, like what's up, what's going on here? And it turns around and makes it worse. You don't understand, so then you put the blame on yourself, and it's like, okay, so it must be me, like I'm doing something wrong here. It definitely can't be, nothing that came from a doctor, like no way. um and yeah, that's exactly what the problem was. It was these pills and ointments that I was getting myself on that was pretty much just fucking me up. Um, the ointments, I don't remember the name of this ointment that I was taking, but it came in like a little toothpaste tube. And I remember picking it up from the pharmacist, and I'm just like, oh my God, yes, like I love this stuff. I had had it before, but it helped for a little while, and then I stopped taking it. And then so I go back to the doctor again. I'm like, I would like that again. And so I go to the pharmacist to go pick it up, and I use it, and about like a week or two later, I'm back and I'm like, oh, I need a refill. And the pharmacist was like, for what? Like, you're not supposed to be using it that fast. And I'm like, well, I need it. The hell? Like, I have eczema from my head to my toes. It's not like a little spot right here and a little itchiness right here. It's everywhere. Okay? I need it. Give me my shit. I'm paying for it. Like, what the hell? And he's like, no, like that can really cause some problems. Like, that can really thin your skin out. And I'm just like, well, better that than dealing with all this itchiness. And I didn't say that, but that's what I'm thinking. So he gives me my stuff. And then maybe like a week after that, I'm not kidding you, like I could literally, like I would go like this. You could see all of my veins. All my veins. It was ridiculous. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I remember going to the doctor to go get my blood drawn, and the nurse grabbed that little like plastic thing that they put around your arm to like cut off the circulation and make your veins pop out. She turned around with that and was like, "Oh, no, we can see your veins just fine." And I'm like, "Yeah, like yeah, I guess." So that's the one positive I got out of it, I guess. And yeah, it was just, it got like, and that just also dealing with all the skin issues is already just fucks with you as it is. And then you finally find something that is supposed to work for you and make the situation better, and it makes it worse. And now you're dealing with having extremely thin skin. Like, I would have to like scratch for my skin to cut open and bleed. Like, at that time my skin was so thin, like I could just rub up against something really hard and like that's it. Like, I ripped my skin off, like, and that's it. And it was really bad. And I got to a point to where I'm like, something's got to give. Like, what the fuck, like it, like I'm wearing long sleeve shirts out in the dead of summer and I live in Las Vegas. Like it was that bad. Like I didn't want anybody to see my arms. I didn't want anybody to see my skin. I started getting discoloration. Like I'd get like white patches everywhere. I had them really bad on the back of my arms. Um, like even like right here in the creases. I started getting it, and I never, for the longest time, I never had anything on my face. And then eventually, I started getting shit on my face, and I was just like, "What the hell? Like, what am I supposed to do here? Like, everything is getting worse." Um, and then so years go by, or maybe I don't. Well, yeah, like years. It doesn't seem like it at the time, but freaking years go by, and I'm just like, what can I do? What the hell? And it's like, okay, drink more water. Maybe that will help. So I drink more water, and it's like, okay, like I see a little bit of a difference, but this isn't helping. And I was never a water girl. Like I would sodas, juices, like anything with some flavor in it, like give it to me. Like I don't drink water. What the hell? I don't want that. Don't taste like nothing. Get that out of my face. I don't want that. So like sodas, like it was just ridiculous. Sodas, like I would drink milk. I would drink anything that had flavor. If it anything besides water, like I'm good. Like yeah, I'll take that because I don't do water around here. And my skin just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And then it got to a point where it got so dry. It was always dry, but it got so dry that it started getting flaky, like coming off my like I would like scratch and it would be like white stuff is falling. It looked like sand. I would go to bed at night and I wake up in the morning and it was like it looked like sand all over my sheets. It was like it's gross, and if you know it fucks with you because you're like you don't want your partner to see this. You don't even like I wouldn't even want my kids to see it. I wouldn't want nobody to see it. Like I'd wake up and like go like this across my bed and try to get it all off and vacuum up real quick and then go put my cream on, and it just it was horrible. And I mean I would take my clothes off and it'd be dead skin all on my clothes. So I would like shake my clothes and it would be like dead skin just flying everywhere. And it was awful. And I'm like, okay, I cannot keep living like this. Like, this is not how life is supposed to be lived. Like, no way. Like, I can't keep living like this. And so eventually I came across on some natural things to do. And that's what opened my eyes to just like, wow, like Mother Earth is the answer. Like, I don't have to go to the doctor. I don't have to take these pills that is costing me money, making things better in the beginning, but then turn around and making it even worse. Like, I don't have to do that. Like, wow. And so I came across certain things like okay, of course, like drinking more water, which I never did. So I started drinking more water. I started doing my celery juice. um Okay, so the first time that I got celery, because when I first found out about it, I was like, oh my gosh, like that sounds so good. Like I have to try this out. It sounds like it's gonna help me so much. So I go to a grocery store and I'm like, I know that I'm gonna be doing it for a while. So I see organic and I see non-organic, and I'm like, well, non-organic's cheaper and I'm good. I need a lot of it, so I'm gonna get the non-organic. So I get home, I juice it, and I go take that first sip, and I'm like, what the fuck? Oh hell no. I poured it down the sink. And then I'm left with all these other stalks of celery. And I go and I look it up and they're like, yeah, well, it has to be organic. Like, duh, like if you get non-organic, it's got all the pesticides and chemicals and stuff in it. Like you don't want to put that stuff in your body. What you eat, I mean, I'm sorry, what you no, what is it? What you eat, why can't I think of it right now? You are what you eat. Okay, all right. I got it. Okay, so you are what you eat. And I'm just like, wow, like, okay, this stuff is they're not they're onto something here. Like, okay, I'm seeing what this is all about. And so eventually I go get organic, and I think I did it probably like immediately as soon as I found out because I was so desperate on trying to fix my skin. And then eventually I'm like within like a week, it took like maybe like a month or two to finally be like pretty much normal. But like within a week I was just like, oh my god, like, oh oh shit, like, okay, like, finally, like, I don't have to live like that. I absolutely knew there was an answer. So yeah, within like a week, I started seeing the benefits of just that. And then it's like, you can do more than just that. Like your whole diet, like you can do all of that. But then if you turn around and drink some soda or you go eat a cheeseburger, like it's really not going to do anything for you. If you really want to change your overall life, your overall health, you have to change your whole lifestyle. And so that's when I dug in deeper into it, and like the lemon water or the lime water, and just moving your body and exercising more. Um, and then smoothies, like I'm like, I don't want to eat a smoothie for breakfast. Like I want some food. I need to eat. And surprisingly, like it actually filled me up. Like I was full. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I guess I don't need eggs and bacon and pancakes and all this other stuff. Like I'm good with just this smoothie. Depending on all the different things that you want to put into it, it will fill you up. And you can have it more than once. You can have as much as you want. Like if something is healthy and organic and it's good for you and it's healing, any healing foods you can literally have as much as you want. Like you're not, it's not like a diet where you're like limited and you can only have a little bit of this and you can eat at this time and then you got to wait 10 hours to have this and you got to fast then. Like you can have as much of these healing foods as you want. And the more that you put into your body, the better your body's going to be. Like my skin's gotten better. It's like 90% healed. I still have some more healing to do, and I know that's going to happen once I get out of the situation I'm in. And if you guys see my other videos, you know what I'm talking about. And so with that, that brings on some stress, and it's like I can put on a happy face all I want to, and I can just like keep on hitting the, hustling and grinding and do this and that. But it's like, but you can't trick your body. So my body is like, yeah, you're still a little itchy here. You're still kind of dry. You still got these other problems. I still have dandruff and, not as bad, but I still have these other issues because I still have those other issues. So once I get rid of that, like I know if I just keep going on this track with putting all these healing foods into my body, like my skin is going to be amazing. And not just my skin. I have so much energy already. I have like, it's just, there's so many different benefits in taking what Mother Earth has put here for us. Mother Earth didn't put out fast food restaurants and, all these different barbecue foods and stuff like that. Like, no, that's not what is supposed to go in our bodies. That's not the answer. All these quick fixes. And why do you think the medical industry and, the pharmaceutical industry are is like worth $1 billion? Because they're making money off of people being sick. They don't give a fuck about you. They do not care about you. They want the money. You have to take care of yourself. You have to go out, take the time. And if you see my other video where I got a really crappy blender, but that's better than taking them crappy pills and paying a lot of money for it. And once I get the funds, I'll level up. But you have to take care of yourself. Go get the blender, go get a juicer, go do this, buy those healthy foods and those healing foods and organic foods that are going to make you better. You're going to be able to remember better. You're going to be able to do everything better. Your life will change all the way around. Not just like say like, oh, well, like there's been some cases where people who are like I thought like eczema was like the worst thing to have in the world. And it's like, what about people who have like cancer? Celery juice is healing these people. Celery juice alone is saving lives. Think about everything else that you can do along the way. I mean, all the different foods, like, I was never like a water girl. I was never a salad person. Like now, like it's not a problem. Like celery juice, when I first started, even once I tried non-organic, then I went to organic. Even that was like, I'm not too big on this. Like it's not good, but you know what? I'm gonna keep going at it because I've literally tried everything up till now to heal my skin. So if they're saying this stuff works, I'm gonna keep going at it. And if now I'm to the point where I can just drink that bad boy and I'm done. Like it's not, I don't even think about it. It's when I wake up in the morning, my whole morning routine used to be was hard for me in the beginning, like having to wake up early and do this and juice that and blend this up and do go walk and go do all of this. And now it's I've done it for so long, it's like nothing to me now. It's literally nothing. It's what I do. It's just a part of my morning. It's just a part of who I am now. It's nothing now. So when you want to start your journey, whatever triggers you into doing it, like no, like yeah, it might be hard in the beginning, but it's like it's a habit. It's gonna take a while for you to get it. They say it takes 21 days to form a habit. Okay, like if it's gonna help you, if it's gonna save your life, what is 21 days compared to all the years that you've been miserable and you've relied on doctors and pills to take care of you, when you could be your own doctor, you could be your own healer, you could do it yourself. You are your own healer, and Mother Earth has put everything here that you need. All of the vegetables, all of the fruits, all of the herbs, it's there for you. All you have to do is go look for it. What do I need to do? Okay, go find the answers. It's not hard. Because if I did it, you could do it too. I'm no different from you, okay? I'm a human being. I'm flesh just like you. If I'm doing it, you can do it. All right, so I don't want to make this video too long. I got a couple that are already like almost 30 minutes long. So I'll be back with some more information for you guys. And until then, I love you.